Good evening and welcome to Love Angels Light TV. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And tonight we welcome back Danina, the Futurist Psychic. Danina, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me again, Eileen. It's always a pleasure to be on your show.
To have you.
Thank you.
Hello, Gemma. We've already got...
You have to put those questions up for me. I'm ready and raring to go. Hi, everyone.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. I love it. Already coming on board. Awesome. Welcome, guys. So tonight we have Danina. Danina, do you want to just give a really brief rundown about what you do and who you are and how amazing you are?
Thank you. I'm a futurist psychic. I've been working in the industry, I guess, for over 40 years now, and I work internationally as well as around Australia. I'm a psychic medium, mainly concentrating on being a futurist. That's my niche. I like to not be general, and I absolutely love what I do, and I'm really looking forward to answering some questions from our lovely watchers this evening. And I have a Facebook page called the Futurist Psychic. If you'd love to go along there and like my page, that would be really awesome. And I also have a website, which is thefuturistpsychic.com.au. So currently in Australia, not travelling at the moment because of COVID, but that'll change soon. But I'm looking forward to seeing what all the interesting questions are going to be this evening.
That's awesome. All right, so guys, if you can bring some specific questions, that would be really good. Robin, you are amazing. Do you know what I love? I love the followers I have who come on here and just do things like this. Hi there, beautiful lady.
That is just beautiful. Hi, Jean. Isn't it lovely that that people in our industry that support you? You know, we work on this abundance theory where we support each other, and the more we support each other, the more supported we are. So thank you, Robin. Hopefully Robin, you'll ask a question this evening, because I'd love to be able to answer it for you. So Michelle Churnside, thank you, Michelle, for putting in a question. Can you see me moving to Australia soon? Is it a good move for me? What a great question. Okay. Let's see what they tell me. I'm from England originally, and so I'm was originally a visitor of Australia, but I've been here since I was 7, so I guess I'm almost Australian. I have a certificate to say I am. I want to say that the delay, obviously COVID doesn't help anybody from another country to come into the country, Michelle, but I am seeing persistence pays off. Australia, I think, is an absolutely fabulous direction for you. I feel like you've already got some sort of support network here, so you're not going to be on your own. The opportunities of what you want to do is going to happen more in this country than where you are currently. So, but the delay, they're showing me a 10 delay, and it doesn't feel like 10 weeks. It feels longer than that. So I want to say October is a good month, or at least 10 months from now. I kind of see stopping and starting 4 times. So don't purchase tickets. But I just feel like delays because of government red tape. But I absolutely do see you coming to Australia. and it being extremely harmonious, the best decision that you'll ever make. So make sure you message us when you know when you're coming, and say hi. But I definitely see you coming here, and it will be a fabulous move. So thanks, Michelle. Oh, Melissa, what a great question. I love questions like this. I'm just wondering if you see child number 2 anytime soon. Okay. Okay, so they're saying to me 3rd time lucky. So I'm not sure if you've tried once before and it's not been successful, because they're saying 3rd time lucky. So I want to say that even with disappointment, I do see you being a mum again. I wonder if there's a joke with twins, or there's been discussion about twins, because it's like, be careful what you what you wish for. So look, there are 3 child energies around you. So you know, you might go for a 3rd, or there might be 2 and 3. So, but there's certainly a joke about twins. But when not before the 21st of March. And they're showing me a 13-month sort of space. I feel like there's differing opinions on having a baby at the moment, but it's something that you do want and plan for. So it doesn't feel like a surprise. It feels like actively planning for a baby. So yes, I do see a child, but the 13-month, or it's sort of the window that they're giving me. So thank you for your question, Melissa, and good luck. Yes. And please, when we've answered your questions, if you want to give us some feedback, that would be absolutely wonderful for people to be able to say, oh my God, Robin, I don't normally show a card. Like, I'm not that type of person, but that says so much. So I want to say to you that be your normal, gorgeous self. They already see your strengths. I feel they already, and the meeting will go well. And I feel like they'll make a decision before you've even left. So it looks extremely, extremely positive. If anything, you're overqualified, but I think you'll get on really, really well with who you're going to be talking to. So I'm just going to say yes, 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 yes. So can't get any clearer than that. So thank you for your question, Robin. Love you.
Awesome.
Fiona, do I see you buying a house? Okay, I feel like do we get something that's existing, or do we get something that's existing, knock it down and build something, or do we buy off plan? Like, you know, I see these options being like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the biggest thing is not so much worrying about that, but worrying about the biggest deposit that you can actually get. And that needs to be right at this moment where your focus needs to be. Not what it is, but how, what, you know, we need the priority. We need to actually plan stronger in showing the deposit, showing what, you know, and working out who's actually going to give you the money, and getting that squared away. And both of you need to be on the same page for that. Like, I don't feel that you can just one of you make that decision. I think you both have to, you know, tighten the belt and really, really make an absolute go. And you will have a much bigger success if you can have a much bigger deposit, because I feel that the home that you're going to be looking at is a little bit more than what you were expecting. So showing them that you've got a really great saving energy, that you can really, really save in such a short time, and they'll see that they will actually allow that bigger expense, or a bigger place. It doesn't feel hemmed in. It doesn't feel small. I feel like either they're big lots, or there's some land attached. Maybe more like an estate that's still being built, or not completely. When I look to my left, there's pegs out and surveyors. So to me, it feels like building from the ground up, rather than something existing. So the short answer is yes. But I feel the length of time is dependent on how much better your chances are going to be, because you're going to really knuckle down and show them that you can do it. And I feel that next year, you know, it will only take longer if you're not showing that you can actually pay it back. And I'd rather you have something that's what you really want, instead of just getting a house. So you can have your cake and eat it too, but you're not allowed to have your cake at the moment. You've got to really save, you know. And I feel like there's a small windfall. It doesn't feel like lotto, so don't go out buying any tickets. But I feel like some family support, or, excuse me, just get some water, some family support, or extra support externally from extra work, but it's sort of a nice surprise. So absolutely, I do see you buying a house. So keep going, Fiona. But you know, if you really, really want something, then you really need to concentrate on it and stop dreaming about it, but actually showing that you can pay it back, that you can get this house. So thank you.
I love that we have like 3 or 4 questions about houses.
Oh, excuse me. I don't want to cough. Isn't every time I come, there's always a run of something, isn't there? So tonight must be about buying houses. So that's fine.
Yes.
So
that said, I lost a comment. It's very careless. Oh, here, Liesl. Liesl's is not about a house.
Liesl. Okay. I feel at the moment very frustrated. I feel like I'm sitting on my hands, you know, like I'm doing what I have to do, but there's no joy in it. I feel like I'm not, I feel despondent. I don't feel happy with what I'm having to do. And the only way that things can change is if you start to change. And it's really difficult to do a one question answer on your purpose, because your purpose is everything. So I can tell you that the next 12 months is about looking in your life about what you don't like. Now, whether it's your job, whether it's the relationship you're in, whether it's the where you're living, and have it really sit down and think, well, am I happy with that? And if you're not, start looking at what it is that needs to change. Instead of looking at what your purpose is, start sorting out what the problems are right in front of you. And I think the next 12 months is more about getting rid of the negatives in your life, to not be so unhappy, to not, I'm shrugging. I feel, I feel like I'm fed up. But only you can change that. And so the next 12 months is about pulling away from people that don't give you joy. So if you're complaining about someone all the time, then perhaps you don't really need to be around them. And I know that's so difficult with family, but you can make yourself busy doing things that you love. And this next 12 months is finding what it is that makes you smile, what makes you happy. Now, for me, doing readings is my absolute passion. Hypnotherapy is my second passion, and art is my third. So these three things are very big parts of my life. And, it's taken me a long time to find those things, but I had to sit back and go, what is making me unhappy, and I don't want to do that anymore. So this next 12 months for you, Liesl, is pulling away from the things that you aren't happy with. And as soon as you start to do that, people and things that are joyful start to replace that negativity. And then you will find your purpose. That's when it's time for you to come to me and have a full reading where we can answer lots of questions in an hour, and then we can really talk about your purpose. But for the moment, it's about sitting down and listing the things that you are unhappy with and start working yourself away from that. I mean, some things we cannot get away from, especially if we have children that we're not happy with, or we're not going to divorce our children, but we can certainly deal with them a different way, or find a way of getting some help to improve that situation. But just sitting there being unhappy is not going to change your life. And the more you focus on that negativity, the more you focus on that unhappiness, the more unhappiness and negativity you're going to get. So let's write it all down, work it out, that's what I don't like, and start positively looking for something else better to change it. So Liesl, I'm hoping that will give you a beginning of the next 12 months. But I guarantee you that over the next 12 months, you will be stronger towards your purpose than you are at the moment. I promise you that. Thank you, Liesl.
She's just commented.
That's Robin's one. Yeah. And so, the purpose is the most important thing in your life. And that's why having a reading is really, really good, because you go right through everything. And one thing I love about being a futurist is being able to lay it all out of what the next step is. And that's what people need. People, they don't want to be told what to do per se, but just to pull them out a little bit, to guide them in the right direction, just like a toddler walking. You're just moving them forward till they're walking on their own. And that's what I like to do with people, is set them off in the right direction so that they're moving towards a much happier life. So you've started, and that's the main thing.
100%. We also had a comment from Fiona.
Oh, that's lovely.
So that was yeah. And I think did you say you saw robins?
Yes, that's beautiful.
Excellent.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
And that was Melissa.
And that was baby, wasn't it? I think Melissa was baby. Yeah.
Melissa was baby.
Yeah,
baby
that's why
two.
you both need to be on the same page. Yeah. And you're right to wait. You know, it's and it will be much better for him next year. So it's going to be fabulous next year.
All right.
Okay, Michelle.
Then we come to the.
Okay, I with you, Michelle, I feel like nearly no, and it's really disheartening. I feel like you get to that certain point and you get it. Oh, we've got a nibble. It's like fishing, you know. Oh, I've got a nibble, and no, the fish went away, and so you've done absolutely everything that you can. Like you've got the right agent, you've got the right what you've done to the place. It's just the right person that that's waiting to come along. It doesn't feel like an auction. Open houses, definitely. And I feel like between now and April, so like 4 open houses, or the 4th open house from now. And I feel like it'll be someone who is walking through that doesn't think that they can afford it. But they absolutely love it. You know, when you walk into a house and you just know, oh my God, this is it. And so it will, I feel like their finances will actually be a problem. And there's some juggling. So it may not initially look like they're going to put in an offer, or that their offer is going to be going ahead. But at the last, you know, gong of the bell, there's we've gone with a new bank or a building society, and they've offered to give us this much, so we can now get the house. So I'd be really surprised if it's not gone by April. And that's including the so many weeks that for all the paperwork and things to go through. Just double confirming. Yeah, so initially it looks like bad news for them, like initially, but then there's help coming from left field, and the house will be theirs. So and they may have not even, like, I can hear them talking that, oh, we didn't even know this was on, and we were driving past to go somewhere else, and we saw the sign up of open for inspection, and I kind of feel that they weren't even looking to buy a house, but they love the area, and so they're not prepared, and that's why there's lots of scrambling to get things done. So it might not look good to begin with, but it will definitely sell. And I can hear champagne corks, so it's just hang in there for a little bit longer, honey. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you for your question. Gosh, another house one.
I told you there's a few of them.
Oh my goodness. All right. Now, Marianne, I want to tell you that this is an auction situation. This is, maybe it's it's not their house. The other one's trying to sell. No. But Marianne, I want to tell you that it's definitely in an auction environment. May not necessarily standing in front of the house either. It may even be an online auction. You're not buying something off the block, are you? But no, I'm kidding. So I want to say that it's not something that you're going to have walked through physically. I feel like a virtual walkthrough. But the house is perfect. It ticks the box of everything that you've been looking for. And it's interesting you're saying you've been looking every weekend for the last 7 months. I want to say, you know, I'm even going to say it, the next 7 weeks are really positive. And you know, that 7 keeps coming back. But the next 7 weeks, I don't know if there's a picture of a sunflower or that there are actually sunflowers in the picture of when you're looking, you know, domain and looking at houses. There's something about a sunflower or yellow flowers with black. To me, you know, there's lots of different yellow flowers, but there are yellow flowers. It's not the logo of the real estate. I can see yellow flowers. So it could be a big vase of sunflowers that are as you're going through, or on the left as you're going through the garden, there's a big display of yellow and black flowers. But that will be your key. That will be the thing that you need to look out for when you're looking for a place. So you'll have to let us know how you go. But you're going to love it, and everybody's going to ooh and ah about every, you know, there's not a huge amount that needs to be done for you to be comfortable. So good luck, and let us know how you go.
Awesome. All right. Just in case you like a moving question.
Will we move in the next 6 to 12 months? Rebecca, I feel it doesn't feel like 6 months, certainly between 10 and 12 months, that period towards. So we're looking at September, between September and October. And it doesn't feel very close to where you are. So I'm not sure if that's because of work or work change or the direction of where you're going, but it doesn't feel close to where you currently are. But it's certainly bigger than what you're living in at the moment. And I feel that you will find it. So I can see you searching for it rather than your partner. But you need to really start manifesting, okay, what actual suburb do I want to live in? You know, where is it? What is the actual place? And start looking. But the perfect time to move is from September. And this feels like more than one factor for that. So, but you'll definitely be happy with the move. So definitely not in 6 months, but from September is certainly looking extremely positive. So thank you, Rebecca.
Awesome.
Hi, Kai. Look at that gorgeous photo. You are very cheeky, I have to say. Not just chooky, you're cheeky. my absolute instant answer is yes. Stop worrying. Everything's going to be okay. I feel like the worry is all yours. I think that everyone else isn't worrying, just you. And they're giving me a yes as a big answer. I feel like there's a couple of little creative changes time-wise, but the big answer is yes, they'll be fine. So stop worrying. Straight off the bat, Valerie, I want to say absolutely yes. Absolutely. In fact, there's a clapping of hands. So and good wish, like good positive vibes. So straight off, more from your mother than your brother, but definitely from mum. Yeah, I'm not getting anything negative. Best decision. You're giving me the judgment card, and that's like best decision ever. Like you made the right decision. So absolutely, Valerie, and sending you much love from mum and your brother. Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome.
Another house one. Just to make it, okay. I feel like it's going to be right down to the wire. And I feel like there's a temporary offer of somewhere else to stay, whether it's family or friends, but it is only temporary. So it's a very short solution. It's not Airbnb and it's not a hotel, but I feel like someone saying, you can stay there, that's okay, but it's not a permanent solution. But you and the kids are not going to be homeless. But it's stressful. It's extremely stressful, and you're not used to asking for help. You're used to just trying to fix it all yourself, and this is where you need to put a hand up to family and friends and go, you know what, we may not find a place, and letting other people put their hand up and saying, you know what, you can store some stuff here, you can stay here, and until you find a place. So don't, and the place that you're moving to is going to be wonderful. It's great space for the kids. It's closer to everything than where you are now, and it feels good. You'll feel like you've come home. Yeah, we do have a temp house, exactly. So, but you will get something permanently. So, like your question was, we've only got a certain amount of time we have to be out, and that's why they see you having somewhere. So exactly that. But getting something soon permanently. They're giving me a maximum 10 weeks. Okay, so it's not far away, but you've at least got somewhere to go as far as get over Christmas and New Year. But they're giving me a 10-week delay, but it's for the right house. So when you actually move into this place, it's like, oh my goodness, it's divine timing, I like to call it, but you're definitely not going to be homeless. It'll be fabulous. You'll love it. Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome.
Gita. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Gita, you know what you want, and you definitely know what you don't want. And it's very difficult when you look around you and it's swipe left. You know, there's not a lot out there that's actually to the standard that you would like. And some people say, oh, you're too choosy, you're too, you know, you're waiting around for your Prince Charming. Well, guess what? You're allowed to wait for your Prince Charming. I want to say that this is a person of integrity, so you wouldn't have to worry about them cheating on you or mistreating you. And so he's, you know, they're definitely worth the wait. Okay, so they're showing me a photo, seeing a photo of an image of this person before you've met them. Sometimes that does mean that it's an internet dating kind of level, or seeing a photo or someone and someone saying, oh, my brother's coming over from America to stay, and that's my brother. You know, it's seeing an image of him before you meet. So it's there. So when there is that image and you've seen them, there'll be a feeling in the pit of your stomach of butterflies, and there's not really a recognition of why, but the universe is already giving you an indication of, oh, wait a minute, this person has something of interest. So you are definitely not going to end up with a million cats at home by yourself. You have a beautiful, gorgeous personality. You're driven, you're determined to succeed, and this person has those same qualities. And I can see you working alongside each other to move forward in your lives and be really positive. It is good thing to note that you know, sitting down for a moment and writing all the things that you would like this person to have as far as qualities are concerned. Don't write down the negatives. Please don't put in writing the negatives. Only if you can think about them, and you can look at past relationships and write the exact opposite, and that would be wonderful. But you know, a little prayer, dear universe, I'm now ready for my soulmate to come into my life, is a really good beginning. And so they're giving me a maximum of 19 months. That doesn't mean you have to wait for 19 months. That just gives you that window of starting the search. Now, he could arrive next month. How quickly you put that list into action is how quickly he will come. And that's manifesting 101, you know, in as far as we have to put our order in first, and then you'll get what you ask for. So be careful what you ask for. But it won't be someone from your past. That's the first thing that I need to tell you. So don't hang on to past people. They're not good for you. That's why they're past. So don't hold a flame for someone else or think that they'll change and it will get better. This is someone completely new, but when you meet them, it will feel like that you've known them all your life. So I look forward to hearing from you when it happens. If you'd like to know some more details, then please book in for a reading, and I would love to give you some more information. So thank you, Gita, for your question. Awesome. I hope that helps. Are the feathers messages I'm not understanding? Okay. Erin, it's the beginning of the path. It's not completely everything, and there will be some things that you won't put as much importance on, but it's definitely the beginning. and it, you know, that will get stronger, and you'll be led more to the people that you need to keep you on your right path. And so I feel like you're at the very beginning of that. You know, I had a client this morning, and we talk about feathers being messages from our angels or our loved ones. Well, this morning, her brother, this particular woman's brother, said, "I am sending you a coin in a weird place with the head showing." So not tails, but heads, but in weird places. So that was this morning at 9 o'clock. And 4 o'clock this afternoon, she was looking at a house inspection, and she opened the sliding door, and there was a coin wedged right on the track with the head facing up. So if feathers are something for you to show you the love of somebody, or the recognition that there's a message coming through for you, then take notice of that. If you need to know the meanings of certain types of feathers and colors, there's so much on the internet that you can, you know, good old Google can certainly give you those messages. But you have to decide in yourself that yes, it's a feather, or no, it's a red button, or no, it's a coin with the head facing up, as a confirmation that you're heading in the right direction. For me, it's angel numbers, particularly 333. And triple numbers for me are my confirmation, whether it's on a phone number or a car registration or a clock, a digital clock, or something on TV. So for me, it's the heaven numbers. So I want to say to you, as far as those feathers are concerned, they are coming to you for a reason, to give you that extra confirmation that yes, you are heading in the right direction. But I feel like you're at the beginning of that new right path, and from now until May is the figuring out, and the right people that will come to you, and the right things to learn. And then after May, I feel like you'll be stronger on your path. So a few things to learn, a few things to pick up, a few people to meet, but by May you should be well and truly on your path. So thank you, Erin. Good luck. Odette, yes, they are up at the moment, and I feel like your hormones are all over the place at the moment, all over the shop, and I feel very tired, very almost that crash and burn. I'm coming down with something really, really bad, and I feel like you've been pushing yourself too much, and doing everything for everybody else, still trying to be well for everybody else. And that's wonderful, but some self-nurturing needs to be happening at the moment. I don't want you to feel that by your lymph nodes, they're not abnormal on a cancerous level but you are run down. And so they're asking you to not be trying to be superwoman and trying to do everything all at once for everybody, especially for the kids. And you do need to rest, and you do need to ask for some help, and have a break, and be catching up. Your zinc is extremely low, I have to say that, and magnesium would be the second thing that's extremely low. But you know, you need to be loving yourself just a little bit extra, and being a bit kind, and not doing too much. And it will get better. You know, the more that you can rest right now, the quicker you'll bounce back again, and things will be a lot easier to manage. But you have to put up your hand and ask for help too, instead of trying to do it all by yourself. So lots of wishes and prayers for you to be feeling better, Odette, and rest. That's the big thing. Anastasia. May I please know how Brian feels about me? Does she still have feelings for me?
She corrected it to he further down. Does he still have feelings for me?
I'm getting confused on that level. I kind of feel like I've answered this question before.
Not tonight.
No, not tonight, definitely. Not tonight. Not tonight, Josephine. Anastasia, look, I'm not saying he doesn't have feelings for you. I just feel a lot of confusion. I feel like the communication has either been interrupted or that they haven't been talking to you. And I feel like when I open up on him, he doesn't feel like he's being listened to. And I feel like his perception and love language is very different to yours. And so there's a bit of anger there and a bit of, well, I'm just going to go off and find something better. And so, but there's love there. And I just feel like there's been a misunderstanding of some kind. And I want to say, give him some time. If you pester and if you try to push, you're only going to push him away. And you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. So keeping on asking and annoying and being in the face is only going to do the exact opposite. Yeah. There's still that, that there is still feeling there, but the problems and the lack of communication makes that very, very difficult. So that attraction has always been there, but I don't think he can cope with the issues that you both had. And unless they're addressed, it's very difficult to come back. So whatever he is unhappy with, I don't feel in his eyes they've been addressed. But in saying that, you actually deserve someone far, 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 far better than Brian. You absolutely deserve someone who adores you, that you don't have to fight to be recognised and loved. So my information that I'm getting is, yeah, you know what? He does still have feelings for you, but he's quite childish, insecure, and a little bit narcissistic. So you do deserve better. And he made you feel that it was all your fault and your problem. And, the other person that's coming that isn't called Brian is on their own. They're not playing the field, and very loyal, and you'll find them when you're not looking. So you're very fortunate because you don't really have to search. Certainly not before May, though. I think between now and May, you need to be concentrating on putting all that energy and worry into what you need, and have some self-love and be doing some fun things for you and catching up with girlfriends and having, enjoying your life and figuring out, because I kind of feel like you lost a bit of your sparkle because of Brian, and you deserve so much more, honey. So thank you, Anastasia. Carmel, the very first thing that they're telling me is your iron levels are very low, and you haven't got a major issue, like, there's no need for worrying on cancer or something on those levels. That's not what I'm getting, but I feel like your sleep patterns are all over the place. The nutrition as well. Gluten is not your friend. It really, really isn't. And you need to remove gluten from your system, and that will also help with not feeling so tired and bloaty and fluidy as well. There's a really good book by Jason Fung, Fung. I get books and practitioners, and I want you to read The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung. And I feel that some of his research will actually help you in feeling a lot better than what you have been. And it's not just being about overweight, but what we need what we need to do to our bodies to actually make us feel a lot better. And so I think that you will actually, if you take on board some of his research, that you will actually be feeling a lot better. But definitely low in iron, and if you can, even if you try for 10 days and be completely gluten-free and be really honest and really do it and really work in that 10 days to be completely gluten-free, you will feel magnificent. You will have so much more energy and you will feel so much better. So I hope that that helps you and puts you on a path of feeling so much better than you are now. Thank you, Carmel. Maya, what a gorgeous energy you have coming from you. I want to call you a star child. You know, like there's just this beautiful energy, and you don't even realize that you are beautiful inside and out. Like you know, there's confidence that needs to come, and that has a lot to do with age, you know. But this settling into a new school, oh my goodness, this school is going to be so much better for you, and your lifelong friends are going to be there. You know, you thought you might have made friends now, but this new school is going to be just the absolute best thing for you. And there are three girls that are just like you, that you're going to get on famously, and it'll be like the Four Musketeers. And you'll also be very involved in some of the other extracurricular activities, sport or dancing or other things that they're interested in as well. So it won't be just at school, there'll be extra things. So don't fear the new school. The area is fabulous, and so, you know, it's a whole fresh start. And the best thing is you can reinvent yourself. You don't have to put your old fears and the old how you were perceived in the old school and old friendships. You can start anew. You can be whoever you want to be and put that past behind you. And you don't need to talk about the past to anybody. That, you know, you don't need to give them the rundown of, oh, this happened to me, this is who I was, this is what happened. And you don't have to talk about it. No one needs to know that, and they will just take you on face value and love you for the gorgeous person that you are. So it will be the best thing for you. So thank you for your question, Maya, and good luck. It will be fine, don't worry.
Awesome. Oh.
Gosh, 9:25. Where did the time go?
I know. I've just been throwing everything at you.
Oh my goodness.
All right. It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. What do they say? Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, what do you see coming up for work for us, Samantha? Okay. for one of you, I feel like new things to learn. I feel like putting the hand up for a higher job or more work and going, but I need to learn this to be able to do that. And it's having the confidence to go, you know what, I just need that little bit of paper and then I'm qualified to do this. And that's what needs to happen. I feel like just stepping out of your comfort zone just a little bit to be able to set yourself on a path of financially on a greater improvement. And so new study or a new course will give you the new job or the promotion that's needed. Kind of feels different to what's being done at the moment, so that's why there's a reason to get that bit of paper. You know, you're a united front, and I feel that this year has been difficult. It has been difficult for all of us in one form or another, but next year is definitely another couple of months. They're saying over the next couple of months, not a lot of changes. So we're in November, so December, January, or the first couple of weeks in January going into February, then there's the opportunity for things to be I feel you know that okay, we're not waiting for that pressure to be worse or that bad thing to happen. So it is going to be better. From May to now, I just feel like on a treadmill and things aren't going the way I want them to. I'm feeling very pressured, and but you know, I don't see that happening next year. So certainly things are on the improve. But there's definitely a change in work circumstances, but that extra piece of paper or that extra learning needs to happen before that can happen. So that's what you need to concentrate on at the moment is improving yourself. And for your partner, I want to say moving into the 21st century when it comes to advertising or promoting what it is that he does. I just feel like you're not taking advantage of the new ways to advertise and promote yourselves. So if we can work on that as well, then you'll see an even bigger improvement for next year. So thank you, Samantha. All the best.
She's actually said that they're changing business structure in January, the self-employed.
Yeah. And that's why they need to, and that's the important thing, is to look at different ways of actually promoting their business. It will give them, but I also feel that there's an extra string to their bow, something else that they'll be able to add on, which will actually give them a better prosperity for business. Now, I don't know if it's Gina or Gianna. What do you pick up for me in the next 6 months? Oh, goodness. It's a, you know, it's a general question. And that can mean so many things. I don't know why I'm saying it, but if you're waiting for an apology from someone, you're going to be waiting a very long time. That's just coming out of left field. And I just feel like getting upset about continuing to be upset, and even, you know, do you want to be right and angry, or do you just want to get on with your life knowing that they're not going to change? And I don't know why they're giving me that information. Maybe, you know, that's something more personal, and that's why they're being a little bit general. But I just feel like holding on to that anxiety and that anger isn't going to make life a lot easier. And they're just saying, you deserve to stop worrying about it and to be moving forward and to be happy. And nobody else can make you happy but you. And I don't know how long they're talking about eye test. So I'm not sure if you've just been to the optometrist or if there's the need for a test to be done. Eye strain, I'm getting a little bit of a headache. So that's something I feel like in the next 6 months, well, actually sooner than the next 6 months, that you need to look at. And you need to be out in the sunshine more, be out in the garden, create a garden, earth yourself, take your shoes off, stand in the grass, like I just feel that there's so much that's been going on and so busy that sometimes we forget to smell the flowers, and I kind of feel that that would be really good for you as well. So it is a very, very general question, but they're the things that they're giving me straight off the bat. So if you need to know more, then please message me and we can book in and we can be much more specific about those next 6 months. So thank you for your question, honey. Oh, we didn't answer any of Blanca's before, did we? I don't recognize Blanca's name, so I changed my question to play my move from the toxic. Oh, honey. In the perfect world, it should have been done at least 9 months ago. But fear and finances and all of those things can freeze us and not make us move forward. And you absolutely, truly deserve some happiness. And I don't see that being possible. And I'm not an advocate for breaking up people's homes and things, but you are definitely not being treated well, and you're becoming somebody that you're not. And if you don't feel safe, then you need to be, I think you need to be planning a lot more behind the scenes. Don't just walk out the door. You don't deserve to just walk out the door. I feel like some planning needs to go into this. And this is very private as well. So Blanca, if you could inbox me, I will actually give you personally some of the actual messages that they're giving me on things that you do need to do. I don't want to put this out into the universe for other people to hear. I think this is a very private question, and I want to be able to help you, and of course there'll be no charge for that, but just inbox me and I'll give you the private messages that I'm getting as to help you make your move. So thank you, Blanca. Just message Danina Scrivener, you'll see my name, and find me in Messenger, or send me a message on the futuristpsychic.com.au, or my Facebook page, and I will gladly give you the information that they're giving me. So thank you for your question.
2 more questions.
Dika, should I be concerned at my cholesterol? Honey, look, I call it COVID cholesterol. It's not like normal cholesterol. It's COVID cholesterol. And I want to say, look, yes, it is any high cholesterol is something that we do need to work on. It's a little warning bell that goes off that goes, you know what, you need to start looking at what you're putting into your body. It's not something that you're going to get extremely sick with, but if you keep living the way that you have been, whether we use COVID as the excuse or not, then it is going to be a problem to a point of medication. So if you don't want that medication, then you need to look at what you're putting in your mouth. You need to look at your eating habits. And if you do nothing about it, then yes, it is going to be a problem. But you're aware of it now, and it's your choice what you feed yourself. And I want you to Google the effects of high cholesterol to your body, what it does to your body, and have a look at some of the stories of people with extremely high cholesterol and what they go through. And we don't want that for you. So you may have to make that decision. You have to make that decision. You know what? I am in full control over my body and what I actually put into my mouth. So you don't need to be not listening and then having to take medication, because that's not the right way to go. But you can fix this, and in a very short period of time, within like 6 weeks. But it's about being disciplined and taking full control of your life, and it will improve and it won't become a problem. But you've got to be committed to loving yourself enough to be able to do that. So it's a long-winded answer, but it's, you know, you do. And Obesity, it's a great book. And you know, it's also about fasting as well, and when is the right time to be healing your body and that sort of thing. So, you know, I'm sure that book will have some meaning for other people tonight too, you know. So, yes. Just training isn't going to fix it. It's the actual foods that you're eating as to why you have high cholesterol. And you know that. And it is difficult. But you have the capacity to change it.
Yeah. Sure.
And a book on your shelf isn't worth anything. It should be in your hands. Reading. For it to be actually worthwhile.
That's funny.
Now, I missed that last question. Davina, do you see my friend doing his shadow work and coming out the other side? Oh, Davina, you cannot fix this for him. You cannot, and he's damaging. I know that you want to help him, but he's damaging your relationship with him and yourself by just the fact of you trying to help him. And it's wonderful that you want to help, absolutely wanting to help him in that situation. But honestly, he's not ready to improve. He's not. You can see what he's capable of. You can see what he could be, but he can't. And he's in that shadow, deep. And so my, you know, they're saying and suggesting that not remove yourself completely, but just not be so available. And, you know, what we surround ourselves, who we surround ourselves with, is who we become. So I don't want you working towards the shadows. I want you back into the light. And you're a beautiful person, and you need to let him deal with his own demons, you know, and you don't deserve, because it's easy for him to blame you. It's easy for him to see that you're the one with the problems and not him, because that's his mindset at the moment, and it's not what you deserve, you know, and it's not your journey either. So you can be supportive, absolutely, but you're too involved, and it's easy for him to blame you and use you as a scapegoat for not actually improving himself. So, you know, I don't condone completely walking away from people, but it's not healthy, and you need to be in the sunshine. And you've already answered your own question about cutting ties, you know. You can do it gently, absolutely, just not be so available. You don't need to go up and go, that's it, I've had enough and I'm out of here. You can just not be available, and the less that you are available, the easier it will be to be less available. So you've kind of answered your own question in a way. But you'll get there, and you deserve so much better, you know. And they've got to fall down a bit more before they're even ready to step out of those shadows. And I don't want you damaged in the meantime. Yeah. So move forward. Move into the light. Stay in the light. You know, you don't need to be drowning in the shadows as well. Thank you, Davina.
Definitely. This one just popped up as well.
Helena. Oh, I love the photo. Isn't that cute? Helena, I absolutely want to tell you that your job will improve. And the reason it's going to improve is because someone that is causing you the most grief isn't going to be there soon. So I kind of feel that, you know, sometimes it takes one bad apple in a bunch of work that just creates just so much negativity. And I kind of feel, through no fault of yours, that for their own reasons, that they move on, and then the dynamic changes, and it will be a much more pleasant job to be in. So I know that, you know, at the moment it feels like I just want to leave. I don't want to be here, but I can't because I can't find another job. And they're saying, you know what, chill. Just hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about the gossip. Don't worry about and it is stressful, but I can tell you, it's not straight away. It's not next week, but certainly, absolutely before May. But it feels closer than May. But the more you don't worry about it anymore and just go in and do your job, then they've got nothing to complain about. And you know something that they don't know, because you know that they're not going to be there. And so that makes you feel better and makes you want to keep doing the work that you're doing, and work being much better because you're not worrying about it so much. So it will improve, but because of someone leaving above you. So that's, you know, that's their choice, and it's a great thing for where the place is that you're working. So hang in there for a little bit longer and it will get better. Thank you, Helena.
Awesome.
Patrice. I'd love to know where Patrice is from. And if she could please leave that in the messages or message me, because I'm getting practitioners through, but I need to know where you are to direct you. I feel like just relying on doctors and pain medication is not the way to go. I feel like there's something a little bit out of left field that is going, Wanuna, awesome, that's fabulous. Message me, because the person's face that I'm actually getting is who I need, is not far. So, because we get people from all over the place. So Wanuna is, I'm in Wollongong, so Wanuna is not far at all. So inbox me and I'll give you those details. But the traditional way of looking at what you have is not necessarily the right way. And I'm not seeing surgery as being the be all and end all either. I think there's a step in between that can actually help, and worth the money. Absolutely worth the money. But we'll talk more about that when you message me. But it will be a big difference. Gosh, I can see 19 months from now, which is a long time away. I'm not saying it's going to take 19 months, but they're showing me you at 19 months with a spring in your step and feeling so much better and not having, and feeling lighter as well. So it'll be interesting. I'll tell you when you message me. But it will be better, I promise you. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Davina. Anytime, honey. Absolutely anytime. And it's, you know, you definitely deserve good things to be happening for you. You're an angel. Thank you.
Awesome. We might call it there. Thank you so much for your time and your energy and your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful readings tonight.
It's always a pleasure to come and read on here, and it's nice to give something back. You know, it's nice to, you know, it's not all about money, but it, you know, you know, like you would do this for a living, and we have to value what we do for a living.
That's right.
But it doesn't mean that we can't do this. It doesn't mean that we can't help people, and that's what we're here for. So thank you, absolutely, everybody who tuned in tonight. I wish you all the best for the rest of almost the finish of 2020. I hope that you have a beautiful Christmas. And Eileen, thank you again so much for having me. You're an absolute angel. And keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Thank you. And thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming on and spending your time here. Guys, tomorrow night I have Nat Dillon coming from Nourished Essence to talk to us about human design, and she actually does human design readings, which are really involved. She won't be doing them live because they're really, really intense and involved, and like there's full-on charts that go with it. They're fascinating, and I can't wait for her to share what she does with you guys. So it's just something a little bit different. We haven't had it on before, so we're going with it and seeing how it goes. So have a good night tonight. See you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Thank you so much, Danina, and I'm sure we will chat.
Thank you, darling. Take care. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.